Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're in my kitchen because it is 6 o'clock in the morning and I decided to make a quick video for you guys while no one is home. I do want to sincerely apologize for the banging if you guys can hear it. We do live in a constant construction zone over here. There's nothing I can do about it. So I just thought that I would give you guys a quick little update video because I know I have not touched base with YouTube in quite a while. And we're in my kitchen because my tiny human is asleep. She sleeps in my room for the most part. So and just go with it. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the chaos that is my life. And those of you guys who are old here, yeah, you already know this is nothing new. Sometimes we be in my kitchen, sometimes we be in my living room, sometimes we're in my room, sometimes we're outside. I never know what's going on here, and I'm sure you don't either. So that's why we're here. I'm just gonna catch you guys up a little bit because I know you guys have been feeling the ridiculous energies that have been going on lately. I know I'm not alone in this. It's just been a whole hot mess lately. Mercury retrograde, full moon, eclipse, all of that jazz. And if you guys are not like astrology people, astronomy people, and you don't believe in how the planets and all of that affect us, that's fine. Let's just say everything has been chaotic for everyone, literally everyone that I know. So let me just start off by saying I am working on a very big project that I have not talked about because I'm a firm believer in like not wanting to jinx things, but it is also something that's very big for my channel. So I wanted to let you guys know, I wanted to let you in on the secret because like I told you guys before, TikTok knows everything about me. TikTok knows everything first. If you're not following me on TikTok, what are you doing? Please go do that. Hello. I hit 420 today. So let me tell you guys first, because there's only a handful of people that know this project that I'm working on. Literally a handful of people. I'd say my aunt, my closest coworker, and my cousin. That's about it. So I am actually in the process right now of writing a book. I am doing just a little like beginner's tarot book because I have been I don't even know how to explain where I came up with the idea for writing a tarot book. It was literally just divine smack in the face one day, like, hey stupid, write a book. And I was like, shit, I could write a book, huh? So here I am writing a book. And let me tell you, the imposter syndrome that comes with writing a book is through the roof because yes, I went to school for literature and English composition and, you know, I know how to write. Okay, so that's not the issue. Like the writing, the English part, the editing, that is my bread and butter. That does not intimidate me whatsoever. Even creating the cover art, right? You guys know I do be dabbling in some art a little bit here and there. And the art part, again, creating a cover does not scare me. I have been watching a lot of like videos on, you know, self-publishing, and there are so many people in the tarot community on TikTok that just have books. And it made me feel kind of stupid. Like, what are you doing? Like this is the logical next step to growing my brand, my everything that I'm doing here. You guys already know I have my YouTube, I have my TikTok, I have my little, you know, my little shop, and I just felt like I had stagnated, and I was like, I need something. Like I need another leg up. Like what is the next leg up of my journey? And it literally smacked me in the face one day, write a book. And literally every time I run into a problem or I run into imposter syndrome or, you know, anything, my guides literally just airlift it out of the picture. It's amazing. That's how I know like I am on the right track and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because you know, when things don't work out, I feel like it's for the best, right? Like maybe I'm pushing it too hard, right? But I feel like the energies and, you know, everything have just come together for me to do this right now. And I have been reading all of my tarot books that I have, just, you know, for research purposes, so that I can always try to be constantly looking for something new to talk to you guys about, something new that I didn't know when it comes to teaching, right? Because eventually we'll get back to teaching the Rider-Waite on my channel. One day, I have faith that we will. So I'm constantly in a state of reading my tarot books. I just finished 78 Degrees of Wisdom, and I read that book forwards, backwards, and forwards again, and I highlighted and annotated the crap out of it. And I got to a point where I was like, I can't read this book again. Like, okay, I feel like I got as much substance out of it as I can. And so I moved on to flipping through my like tarot handbooks that are super handy. The Llewellyn's Tarot Handbook, the, what is that tarot deck that I have? I almost said Vice Versa Tarot, and that's not right. That just, it's gone. I'll put a picture of it here though, so that, because I don't remember what it's called, but it's a Lo Scarabeo deck, and that book is super helpful for seeing things that you would not normally look at in the tarot cards themselves, right? So I like looking through that book every once in a while, and I have recently been binge reading my True Heart Intuitive Tarot book, because I did not realize upon getting it, like, yes, you guys remember my review, I was raving about that book, right? It's a great book. I did not read very much of it when I first got it, and now upon reading it I realized Rachel True included in every single card her own experience to relating to that card, how something in her life relates to the concept of that card. And it is so beautiful not only to see somebody really put the tarot into practice in relating it to their life, but someone as like beautifully inspirational as Rachel True. You guys already heard me talk about it before. I love the way she talks. I love the way that, you know, she writes, like, just beautiful, eloquent. I could listen to her talk all day. So that has been my new favorite thing. I'm about halfway through that book right now. But as you guys know, I have recently hit some hard times. If you are not following me on TikTok, you might not know that. But my grandpa recently passed, and that was a lot for me to deal with at the time, because of dealing with family, dealing with all of the things surrounding that. Is just a lot. And I literally came to a bad wording. I came to a complete stop. Because I just didn't know how to function. I didn't know how to grieve and work with everything that I was feeling and keep going about my daily life, about my normal life. It just didn't feel right to me to keep making things for the shop, to keep making content, to keep going about things like everything was okay, because I was not okay. And I know that my aunt was not okay, because that's her dad. You guys know my aunt is like my sister. She's one of the closest people to me. So that really put me at a huge stop. And the thing that kind of got me back on my feet was that my cousin came out to visit for Mother's Day. My cousin has a 4-year-old son, and I have a 2-year-old daughter. So it was so fantastic for my daughter to finally meet her cousin. Like, she doesn't have cousins her age. She doesn't have anyone her age around here. That's why I work my little butt off at a stupid corporate job to get her into daycare, so that she can have, you know, child interaction, right? And to have her be around her cousin for a week, to be around my cousin for a week, to have my mom with her cousin for a week, it was beautiful. It was great. It was a fantastic vacation away from myself that I really needed. I got a tattoo with my cousin. I'm not going to take my sweater off to show you guys because it's freezing right now at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I will pop in a little picture here for you guys. I do like to do matching tattoos with people, so that's what we did. I got mine on my arm right here. She has hers on her leg. I think it's her right leg, like her calf. And we worked on drawing it up together. So it was a lot of fun. It was months in the making, right? And to have her here, to be able to finally let go of myself, and just kind of get back to feeling like who I was, if that makes any sense. I feel like sometimes I just get so stuck in my daily routine of going to work, being a mom, making ends meet, that sometimes I lose track of who I am. And sometimes, honestly, I lose track of why I'm doing this because of my day-to-day, right? I even had a conversation with a coworker about how sometimes, like, I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore. I don't know, what I'm doing anymore. And it took me this break, this whole break that I just had, of realizing I'm doing this for me. Sometimes I like to say, like, I'm doing it for my daughter, right? So that I have, a name for myself, so that I have, I'm working on something for her. Sometimes I like to say I'm doing it for my future. But in all actuality, if I really dissect it as far down as I can, I'm doing it for me. Because at the end of the day, I might not end up with a partner, right? Who knows what the future is going to hold? And one day my daughter's going to leave. It just is what it is, right? And I did this channel, my shop, everything that I do creatively, drawing, everything, it's for me, to be quite honest. It's not only to grow, but it's also comfort, right? To give myself something of my own, with my own name on it, that I'm doing to make myself happy, that I'm doing to just make myself happy. Like, that's the only way I can put it, to, release, to have something to work toward, to have something to focus on, to have something to grow, to, so it did take a lot of, like, breaking down, falling apart, and my little vacation of finding myself again, to be like, hey, maybe I should tell you guys what's been going on, because YouTube doesn't know, right? I have been completely lacking on the Instagram department because I just have been at a complete halt lately. So the reason that I am making this video is to ask you guys for your help with my book. What do you wish that you could see in a tarot book? If you've made it this far into the video, right? Clearly, only the people who actually genuinely care about me as a person, as a content creator, are gonna still be here 15 minutes into this video. I know the rest of you guys are gonna be like, this wasn't a tarot video. But genuinely, I'm making this book because I see a lot of things in tarot books that I feel like could have been done differently, could have been done better, could have been done easier, things like that. And it's just one of those mom things where it's like, I could do that better. And I know maybe one day in the future, this is gonna bite me in the butt and someone's gonna be like, your book sucks. And that's fine. That's completely fine. I'm okay if, I publish it and I sell 2 copies to family members. Like, that's completely okay, because honestly, the hardest part right now is motivating myself every single day to work on this book, and motivating myself to keep pushing to the actual publishing process. Because if you guys know me in real life, I've started a couple books here and there. I've written a couple little children's books. I have started a couple books here and there, like fiction books, poetry books. and they never quite go anywhere. I get really hyperfixated on them, and then, like everything else, I get hyperfixated on something else, right? So I have had to really learn a lot of discipline lately to actually do this. I have to work on it every single day, whether that's actually writing a couple of pages, editing a couple of pages, typing up a couple of pages, looking more into the publishing process, messing around with more ideas about the cover. I have literally had to work on this every single day to keep reminding myself that I'm doing it. Like, hey, no, you're doing this. You don't get away with not doing it. You don't get away with starting it and not finishing it. We're gonna do it, because there's no reason I can't do it. Like, the process of self-publishing, yes, it's terrifying, but it's completely doable. Completely doable. If you guys have never looked into the whole process of self-publishing, it's completely doable. Like, if you're trying to write a book and you're like terrified of the whole process, it's not like it used to be where you had to seek out a real physical editor, you had to seek out a real physical cover artist, you had to, like, yes, you still have to seek out someone to format the book for you, and that can easily be done. And you have to know how to actually go through the self-publishing steps. Again, easily can be done with the search in YouTube. Like, it's not that hard. So first of all, if you guys are trying to write a book, this is your sign. You should probably get on it, you know, for you, not for anyone else, not for the money, right? Not for the name or the accolades, right? Just do it. Just give yourself something to do. But also, to get back to what I was saying, what do you guys wish you could see in a tarot book? What do you wish you could see done better? What do you wish you could see done easier in a tarot book? Because I've already gotten through the whole beginning part of my writing. As much as I wanted to do with the introductions of different tarot concepts, I've done a lot of that. There's a whole lot of writing done, and I've gotten to the part of actually writing out card meanings and, you know, explaining the cards and all of that. And I thought that would be the easiest part, because I'm like, this is what I do. You know, this is literally what I do. I have tarot knowledge. I have years of studying tarot under my belt. I am still steadily chugging along that advanced tarot course every once in a while when I remember it exists. And I feel like no one has had their nose so deep in the tarot community as I have the past, 5 years. So the putting together of the tarot card meanings is not hard for me. It's diligence, it's motivation, it's doing it. So that's where I am currently working on this project, and I thought I would ask you guys, for the 5 of you that are watching, if you guys want to say in what's being added into this book, please by all means let me know, because I am still in the process of doing the damn thing. So if there's something that you were reading in a book that you were like, this could have been explained easier, or I wish someone could explain this easier, let me know. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if it fits into the general scheme of what I'm doing, because I wanted this to be a simplified book. Because all of these simplified tarot books that I see are either too watered down and they seem like they're trying too hard to appeal to teenagers, or they are just card meanings and there is nothing else talked about in the book, or they're just card imagery explanations and nothing else talked about in the book. And it drives me nuts, because I feel like a brand new beginner at whatever level, whatever age, should be able to pick up a beginner tarot book and feel like it is written for them, and that they can actually learn a little bit of everything from that book. So that's what I'm doing, slowly but steadily. And luckily I also got a little boom in orders from my shop this week, which really helped me to remember I have a shop, because it also helped me remember I need to get off of Etsy, because holy cow, literally Every single sale I make goes directly to shipping and Etsy fees and taxes. I'm lucky to get money out of my sales. I'm very lucky if I have anything left at the end of my sales, because literally the bigger your sales are, the more Etsy takes from them. So I have been trying to figure out a way to do that. I tried to jump on Shopify and I got really put off by the fact that I need to have my real legal name on there and my address, and that it's going to go on every customer order. I don't like that, because Etsy at least lets me change my name and have the option to have the address taken off of order receipts and order stuff. That's the biggest thing for me, as well as, not working with Cash App type of situations, because there is a platform that I wanted to move to, but it works entirely through PayPal. Again, that is my legal name, my legal address, everything is going to be included on that, and I don't like that. That makes me itchy, because I don't know who's ordering from my site. I don't know who might have a grudge against me one day in the future and have my legal information, right? So I keep going through this back and forth with wanting to build my shop more, wanting to put more into my shop, and also wanting to get the hell off of Etsy. I'm not a computer savvy person. I cannot make my own website. I cannot make my own website. The idea of building a website makes me exponentially itchy. I can't do it. It grosses me out, just like math. Like when I sit down and I try to do math, my entire brain just goes black and I don't want it. It makes me sick to my stomach. So there's that, right? It's just been literally way too much of everything to process all at once, and I am so very lucky that my hours at work actually slowed down, because you guys know in the retail world you have seasons, right? Seasons come and go, so hours come and go with retail. So as bummed as I am about not having hours at work, not having money, I still have the money to send my child to daycare. That's the most important thing. I can live without money. I've been doing it for years. But having the slow season at work has really helped me a lot, because now that my hours are picking up, I have been getting put into different positions at work, where instead of just being the button pushing monkey that I normally am, now I get to be the camera watching monkey and the customer service monkey. And they're moving me all around, all over the place, and they keep, having me come in when someone calls out. I keep picking up more shifts. They keep giving me more hours. That's how it works, right? But now that my hours are picking up at work, it makes me realize I have been completely still for what seems like months. It literally seems like I've been in bed for months. And it took this wake-up call of me all of a sudden getting a bunch of orders in 1 week from my shop, a bunch of readings all in the same week, also eating myself sick on a bag of chips, because I got super obsessed with Lay's chips this past month. And I decided to use my day off to just eat myself sick on these chips, because it's the only thing I wanted, it's the only thing I could think of, and no one was going to talk me out of it. So yes, I literally ate myself sick on some chips. But anyways, what I'm getting to is all of this accumulated into a big wake-up call. Okay, you had your time. And yes, I have been giving myself readings here and there, right? I have been doing work with my spirit team here and there. Again, I've been on kind of a break. So literally the readings that I have been getting have been, okay, you had your rest. It's time to get back up. You got to build your momentum back up, because those of you guys who are, witches or tarot readers, you guys know when you let the magic dwindle a little bit, you got to kick it back up. It's not just like you're gonna, you put a bookmark in there and you get to pick it back up where you were. No, you got to build that back up. So I have been learning to discipline myself lately and act like an adult, act like a mom, actually use my days off to clean and do things that I need to do, and wake up in the morning every day instead of sleeping until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and, you know, actually trying to be responsible, because my guides have been telling me, like, if you can't be disciplined in your own life, in your own house, just because you have these, you know, dumb ideas about, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I have this like concept in my brain of like breaking down old trauma by not forcing myself to do these things, because long story, but like being in a regimen of cleaning the house all the time brings back a lot of childhood trauma. So I was in a process for a long time of breaking that down by not forcing myself to do those things, just doing them as they needed to be done, not on a strict schedule, not on a strict, you know, blah, blah, blah. But my spirit team has very kindly, very gently been telling me, like, you had your time, you had your break, you did what you needed to do, you have effectively worked through those things, and it doesn't hurt so very much anymore. And yes, it will still hurt sometimes, and yes, you're allowed to grieve those things, but maybe you should also start by trying to be a little bit of an adult, because how are you going to learn to pay bills on a schedule? How are you going to learn to, you know, be a grown-up mom to your kid when they start growing up, right? Like, how are you going to do these things if you don't have discipline, right? So I've been trying to discipline myself lately, here and there, every which way that I can, right? Doing chores reluctantly, getting things done instead of taking naps. Like, my spirit team has been very fantastically gently working with me on these things. So again, the discipline has been coming into play with writing this book and actually doing things that make me happy, like drawing. I have been doing a lot of drawing lately, and I am so very grateful to my coworker that time and time again wakes me up to who I am. I know this kid probably doesn't watch my channel, probably, you know, I know he knows about these things, but I don't think he actually genuinely watches my channel. But he's a huge inspiration to me. Like, he's always asking me questions about writing, and it makes me remember how much I love writing. He starts drawing again, and it makes me start drawing again. And then he starts reading a book, and it makes me want to pick up a book. Like, this kid has been such a pivotal part of my life, and if I did not rejoin the corporate world to get my child into daycare, I would have never met this kid. I probably would have still been in this huge slump, because it's just this little thing of going to work every day for a paycheck that I didn't want to do because I'm trying to build myself, right? Doing the thing I knew I didn't want to do because I had to do it also led me to a beautiful, amazing human being that I would never have met. Would have never met. He's like 20 years old. There's no way we would have ever crossed paths. But we did. And he has been a huge, huge, huge part of really inspiring me every single day to wake back up to who I am. I have been learning to really look at things so much more beautifully lately because of all of the work that I have been doing as a psychopomp, as a medium. I do a lot of death work now. I try not to talk about it on my channel because it is very touchy, and I'm sure Daddy YouTube doesn't like it, but I do. I have a lot of psychopomp work that I have been doing lately, and that's why I also allow myself to rest, because being a psychopomp, being a death walker, however you want to call it, it's a lot energetically. It's a lot emotionally. It's a lot mentally. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot of taking on other people's emotions, especially when I have family members of past loved ones reach out to me asking me to do medium work, to contact this person, to help them cross over, things like that. It's a lot. And I don't have anyone to talk to about it. To be quite frank, I don't. I used to have my aunt to talk to about it, but, you know, she's dealing with the passing of her dad and, you know, her family and the pieces, and still, you know, she's got her own life. She's got her own family. She's got her own job. She's got her own artistic projects that she's been working on. Like, she's a whole person, right? I can't just expect her to be at my beck and call because I'm having a hard time with what I'm dealing with. But at the same time, I can't just call a therapist and say, hey, I need to talk about this death work that I've been doing. It doesn't work that way. There is not a person that I could just call and talk to. And as much as the people around me are beautiful and supportive and fantastic, I also can't talk to them about that. So that's one of those things that just weighs really heavily on me, and I have to learn to deal with in my own way, because there's no other way to do it. So in addition to writing this simplified tarot book that I thought would be so easy to write, it has led me down a path of writing another book, which is my experiences as a psychopomp. It's just so beautiful. Like, I cannot express enough gratitude to the universe, to my guides, to the people in my life. I'm so grateful for all of the beautiful realizations that I've been able to come to lately, all of the time that I had to heal in the past couple of years, all of the time that I had to just start rebuilding myself. And just, my eyes have been so opened, so changed to everyday life, to everything around me because of, you know, the work that I've been doing with everything. I've learned to appreciate everything. I have learned to look at everything as absolutely beautiful. I have learned to appreciate the relationship with my guides, with my spirit guides, with my deities, with my ancestors, to really honor them more, to really work on learning how to honor them more, to really listen to them more. Because you guys know that's a hard one, because they'll be in your ear all day and it's really easy to just go, no, I can do it. My way's better. Like, get out of my brain. Because sometimes we like to think it's our little gremlin voice, right? It's not us, because it's not us, so it must be the gremlin voice. But sometimes we forget you're a whole witch and there's spirit guides in your ear. You gotta listen to them or they're gonna knock you on your ass. So I wanted to come on here and actually do like a video about cards. I literally have a deck in my pocket because I was going to do that. But I think my mom's about to get back from the gym, and I just wanted to say thank you again to all of you guys, because from the bottom of my heart, you have no idea how much this channel has helped me. I know some of you guys remember when I first started my channel, it was right after I had my child. It was in the midst of quarantine. It was the only thing that I had to do. It was the only way that I could talk to people. It gave me something to focus on. It gave me something to work towards. It gave me something to build. And my spirit guides, my deities, my ancestors, they have been showing me, like, you're building something, honey. It wasn't just something to keep you busy. It wasn't just a hobby. It's because you're building something. So I owe my deepest gratitude to each and every single one of you guys, the 1.5K followers that I have right now, for even watching my content, to be honest, for even watching my content, for being here, for still being here, right? Some of you guys are so amazing. I just can't, like, my heart is just gushing lately. Like, this week I have just been like crying happy tears of gratitude, of love, of just everything is so beautiful right now. So I hope that you guys made it to the end of this video, first of all, because this is a long one. I know it's a lot of talking, and a lot of talking that wasn't really particularly about tarot. So if you guys are still here, thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Yeah, I wanted to update those of you guys who are not following me on TikTok, who do not know me in real life, right? I know there's a couple of you that literally genuinely only watch my YouTube content, and I feel so terribly bad when I don't get content out. But you guys know the whole cozy corner situation. Sometimes I don't want to do makeup. I literally rolled out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning and was like, I should take advantage of this time because I'm awake. I can't go back to sleep. I need to be at work. Like, I need to start getting ready for work here in the next hour or so. And everybody's gone. Tiny human is asleep. My parents are gone. I was like, I need to just take advantage because this does not happen often. So, thank you for joining me in my kitchen. And thank you guys again so much for being here. And the funny thing is, I told you guys I would do that 1,000 sub giveaway, right, for my tarot bags. That's still sitting in a drawer. I did a couple of them and it's still sitting in a drawer, right? They're all cut up. All I have to do is sew them. But again, the everyday of having to sew bags for orders, of just being too tired from work and wanting to lay down, of, you know, doing readings and stuff like that, I don't find the extra time to sew 45 bags, but I will try to add that to my discipline list and make the time to sew a couple of bags here and there to get through that, because the funny thing is, I told you guys, I might not get to the 1,000 giveaway until I hit 2,000. Until I hit 2,000 subs, and here we are. I'm like reaching 1.6 thousand. I'm like, oh my god, 2,000 subs is getting really close, and I don't have those bags done. I wish I had an extra set of hands. I really do. Like, every single day of my life, I wish I had an extra set of hands, an extra me. Like, if I could just copy paste, make an extra me, that'd be great. You take care of the baby, I'll take care of everything else. But it doesn't work that way. I signed myself up for this life, so I gotta learn to do it, right? I really genuinely cannot thank you guys enough for being here. You guys already know my link tree is in the description box as always. If you guys do not know, go check out my link tree because it has all of my links, everything that you can see that I'm doing all of the time. Facebook, Instagram, join my Facebook tarot group, which is at another halt because I don't do anything with it at the moment. My Etsy shop, my Amazon wish lists are always there for you guys if you ever want to send me a book or a tarot deck to review, to, you know, just as a present, whatever. Those are always there for you guys as well. And I think that's all that I got for you guys. I can't think of anything else. I'm so out of the loop with YouTube. Let me just say I have been binge watching Super Ray Dizzle on YouTube. If you don't know who Super Ray Dizzle is, she's an artist, and I have been trying to make my way through her content. That's been my off time because I don't want to, you know, burn myself out with tarot content. I don't want to burn myself out with studying and learning and stuff. So it's nice to just see someone do clickbaity things with art supplies. But again, thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all the support that you give me from every avenue. Thank you for having conversations with me. Thank you for interacting with my content. Just thank you. I cannot express my gratitude enough to you guys. You guys are absolutely beautiful, wonderful, amazing human beings. And I will try to get a video going in the next couple of weeks, I promise. I've got videos that I actually want to do. Hence me bringing a tarot deck over here. I actually had a really good idea because there's some gems in the tarot community on TikTok that I really want to talk about. So we'll get there, I promise. Be patient with me. But anyways, thank you so much, friends, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Blessed be.